of victims from the police departments here in Georgia and across the nation, mixed with Little League offensive and defensive plays. That's just how serious this is to me. I am due to my opening game at 12:30, but got my park to push back my game so I can make this rally because it's just that serious. If you don't mind, I'm here to speak for a minute on the inequalities of the judicial system. But before I do that, I'm going to run off some names and some descriptions of justified homicides by the police department. Before I do that, everybody please research Government Program 1033. That is the program that allows the Department of Defense to deliver free of charge militarized weapons and goods to local police departments across the nation, only for you as taxpayers to maintain the maintenance as a monthly fee. I don't think y'all heard me on that. Let's start off down on National Highway, South Georgia. Come on. With Lynette Jackson, age 29, laying in her bed along with my 25-year friend, I should call him my brother. There was a botched drug raid, no-knock warrant, served on their townhome. The police hit the door at 3 in the morning, ran up the stairwell like any decent homeowner who was able to carry a weapon. She grabbed her pistol. She is no longer with us because she was riddled with bullets. My good friend, my brother, woke up in a pool of blood and water because they were in a waterbed with a room full of smoke. Only for later for the charges to be dropped against him, saying that he was selling drugs. No justice! No peace! Let's go to Union City, the very park that I represent, youth athletics. Come on. Has anybody ever heard of Ariston Walker? Yeah. Let me rewind. The first 8 that I'm about to spit to you are friends and family that I work with very closely. Come on, come on. Ariston Walker. The police were called for what they said a melee. High school students versus middle school students having a fight. Keep in mind, Ariston was not involved in the fight. The police arrived, Ariston took off behind a building, Officer Machine Gun Lewis, his colleagues call him that, not mine, laid Ariston down, put one cup behind his back, and then put 2 bullets, one severing his spine, instantly paralyzing him, but ultimately killing him. No justice! No peace! Let's travel to Gwinnett. To a 15-year-old called Dontre Williams, a 15-year-old with the mental capacity of a 10-year-old. They say Dontre Williams was wielding a machete. Dontre Williams was 5'1", Brother Johnson 110 pounds. Talk about shot 6 times. The home where his grandmother and his 2 brothers was fired upon, riddled with bullets 10 times. Dontre Williams is no longer with us. I asked the Gwinnett PD, could there not be other means of force? All of you think you've heard of tasers? Come on. You've heard of the projectiles they shooting down in Ferguson? They told me that when they are faced with a lethal threat, be it a knife, a machete, the use of lethal force is justified. No justice! No peace! Oh, let's go over to the Atlanta Martyr Station by the name of Jotavius Stafford. That's right. Has anybody heard of Jotavius Stafford? Yeah. Got into a fight with some other youngsters. I mean, I used to get in fights all the time, Brother DeBose, when I was young. You know, but when the police were called, I didn't end up shotting dead. Come on. Well, Jotavius Stafford took off running, and he took 2 shots in the back. No justice! No peace! I'm wearing the hat of Oakland. Come on. So let's go ahead and travel down to Oakland and Park Station and feel the spirit of Oscar Grant. My good friend Uncle Bobby, the father figure of Oscar Grant. Everybody saw it, it was captured on video. Oscar Grant was laid face down on the pavement, and the Park police officer said he thought he pulled his taser, but he pulled his service pistol, and pow, 1 shot to the back. No longer with us. No justice. No peace. Let's go to our beloved 92-year-old grandmother right here in the front door. Come on.
What she did?
Right here in the state of Georgia. Not only was it a botched, no-knock warrant drug raid, and you should cheer it up for Senator Vincent Ford that is going to present legislation up under this crooked gold dome that we're in front of so we can iron out some of the wrinkles. Katherine Johnston, 92 years of age, lived by herself in a troubled neighborhood. Her door busted open one night, so she fired a warning shot and she was riddled with bullets. But after that, we found out that the way they obtained the no-knock warrant was due to false information.
That's right.
We got Atlanta PD to this very day sitting in jail getting 3 meals, a hot and a cot. No justice!
No peace!
I got one more. I got a couple more. Let's go down to Valdosta, Georgia.
Valdosta. Kendrick!
Before I get to Michael, before I get to Eric, let's talk about Kendrick Johnson. Some of y'all seem to forget the name Kendrick Johnson. Some of y'all seem, because the story ain't sexy no more, you forget about the 17-year-old that went to school on January 10th, 2013, and it was later found in the core of a wrestling mat and was wheeled out of the gymnasium in a body bag. Now, Kendrick Johnson wasn't killed by the police. Let's make sure we get this right. But tell me why it took 6 hours for them to call the coroner. Tell me why the beloved sheriff, Sheriff Prime, Lowndes County, to this day, the clothes that Kendrick was wearing is still not found. Tell me why all 10 of Kendrick's fingernails were cut down to the point of bruising.
Cut up.
Explain to me why the superintendent's daughter is the one that found the body. Explain to me why the fight that Kendrick got in prior to the one that ultimately took his life was with 2 brothers who were sons of a local FBI agent. Do y'all understand? The coroner's report said positional asphyxia. They wanted you to believe that Kendrick crawled inside of that mat to retrieve a shoe, got stuck, and died. Coroner's office, sheriff's department, superintendent's office. You better remember the name Kendrick Johnson. No justice, no peace. Now let's go to good old Ohio, to a man by the name of John Crawford. I'm almost through.
Take your time, bro.
To a man by the name of John Crawford.
Bear witness, bear witness.
Who was inside of a Walmart looking at a toy gun. The police were called. I guess it's something about us that threatens law enforcement. Something about us, maybe our skin is too dark. Maybe our voice is too heavy. I don't know what it is yet. Somebody still need to explain it to me. But this brother was shot inside of Walmart for looking at something that they were selling as merchandise. No justice, no peace. My good family by the name of Boom-Com Folk-Savon, a.k.a. Baby Boo-Boo. This is just how many people I talk to on a daily basis. Baby Boo-Boo lived in Ariston County. A no-knock warrant was served on his home. They served a no-knock on the wrong home, but tossed in a flashbang grenade. You guys saw them, they were tossing them at the protesters in Ferguson. Well, this flashbang grenade landed right in the crib, in the playpen of this baby, and literally blew his face off. Right now it's under investigation, but let me let you know some inside information. Ariston County initially said they were going to pay for his medical bills, which are now $800,000. Last week, they released a statement saying that they legally cannot pay for his medical bills. No justice! No peace! Last one.
Come on.
Last one. Brother Michael Brown.
Come on. Tell the story.
Brother Michael Brown. Everybody is saying the chant, hands up, don't shoot. I prefer to drop one hand and raise another and repeat after me. Police, no police! Police, no police! Police, no police! Police, no police! Oh, don't get scared now. Don't get scared now. That is an old method that was used by a historical group that was public enemy #1 by the name of the Black Panther Party. Police, no police! Police, no police! Not only was Michael Brown shot down and left to die in the street, but his blood ran all down the pavement for everybody to see. I need to take this time before I go and say this. I applaud the soldiers in Ferguson. I applaud the soldiers that were picking up the tear gas and tossing it back. Others might not be down with that kind, but if there are babies and ladies that are being tear gassed, it takes a generation to say enough is enough. You can't scream no justice, no peace, and you only giving them peace. I will close in the words of the immortal, the lovely artist who died too early, Brother Tupac Shakur. We might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this, we'll burn this place down, get us pissed. All power to the people.
Okay, before I start, I did not mention 2 other youth groups, and they looked at me a little side-eye. The SCLC Youth Division is here, as well as the YG movement, Young Generation Movement, run by Julius George. So I did have to mention them. But now we're going to hear from a few other young people from Raise Up Atlanta, 2 young people. I know Dominique's going to be able to be speaking, but young people from Raise Up Atlanta.
Hi, my name is Dominique Wyatt, and I'm speaking from Atlanta Fast Food Workers, and I'm struggling on 725.
That's right.
I'm fighting for $15 in the union because I don't have parents. I lost my mom in the beginning of the year, so I'm responsible for myself as me being 18 years of older.
Take your time, baby.
There you go. Come from the heart. There you go. Come from the heart.
So I stand here to speak volume for all fast food workers around the world.
Come on.
North Carolina, South Carolina, Chicago, Detroit, Los Angeles, Las Vegas.
There it is.
I'm here and I'm speaking on behalf of all fast food workers who are struggling on a day-to-day basis. Me working 1 hour is just my transportation to work, not including home. It's called struggling. So I stand here before all of you guys and ask you for your support. We're taking action on September the 4th at 7:00 a.m. in front of Burger King on North Avenue. Our second action will be taken at McDonald's on Ponce de Leon Avenue at 12, where we'll also be taking action in civil disobedience to be heard. So we will be heard around the world. We will be standing up until we can't stand anymore. We can't stop on $15 an hour. There will always be something to complain about. We're going to fight, starting now.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.